9 Fathoms.
We make it from our alcohol, whiskey alcohol. It is infused for about a week with the botanicals. 9 botanicals. Juniper berries, coriander seeds, angelica root, lemon peel, orange peel, New Zealand hops, kiwi fruit, horpedo, and cucumber. 1 week of maceration, and then I pot distill it. No plates or anything like that, just one simple pot distillation, and it's proofed down to 57%. I did want to do what I could to encapsulate New Zealand somehow in gin. So it had to be as many New Zealand botanicals as I could, and I'm pretty sure the lemon, the orange, the hops, the kiwi fruit, the horpedo, and maybe the cucumber, I'm trying to remember, but at least 4 or 5 of them are New Zealand botanicals grown. And I wanted to have a spice, I wanted to have a sweetness, but I wanted it to be a whiskey drinker's gin as well. I wanted it to be something that you pour this in your glass at the end of the day, and you're just going to drink it like a whiskey almost. And some people do. Some people put it with tonic, which it holds up very nicely in a tonic.
That has to be said. I think both the intensity of the botanicals and coming in at 57 means that you can add tonic to this and it's not getting washed out.
The amount of oils, like botanical oil in this, is actually nuts.
For me, gin is not my first choice, my first choice of spirit. But that being said, I do have a couple of gins in my cupboard. It's certainly, my wife doesn't drink whiskey, but she does enjoy gin.
Yep.
And this was one that I just fell in love with and said, yes. When you said that this is the whiskey drinker's gin, I think that was one of the reasons that drew me to this in the first place. That and your use of horpedo.
And I think the horpedo does have a prominent role in the gin. I don't use very much horpedo, but it's definitely this nice spice, and it hits you. But then I think the rest of it sort of hits this beautiful citrusy sweet almost, along with that kind of grassy hop flavor and a little bit of grain, on the back there, which the grain could be the 10th botanical if you want. It changes every batch.
It does come in hot, 57, and there's definitely it's telling me that it's up there. Yeah. But you can treat this like a whiskey, put in an ice cube, put in a couple of drops of water, because there are layers here, there are oils in here. You can treat this more as a whiskey in terms of how you nose and drink it.
Absolutely. I'm just looking at the legs on the glass. There's definitely a thick spirit, It's very viscous. You can chew this, really. It is, out of all my spirits, except for maybe my whiskey, I'm most proud of this spirit. And it's not for everybody. I gotta say this. No. Yeah, it's bold. It's and it's strong at 57%. There's not a lot of Navy strength gin in New Zealand. We should mention that too.
I'm going to add just a couple of... And what I love is that those water droplets hit the whiskey and you see the oils break apart and there's that burst. Oh, and that just... it opens it up.